Can you say hello?
Hello.
Yeah?
Hello.
Okay, that's good. You want to show me more on eBay?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to try this again. I think I fixed all the issues with my gimbal. And I've been working on some of the channels again today. Just throwing up a couple banners. Let's see what we got. Lucas, are you shopping on eBay? What are you looking for? Trying to make sense of all this and juggle multiple channels at the same time. Let's see if I can find it. Right now, we are shopping with Lucas. This is one of his weekend rituals. We're always on the look for more VHS tapes. It's the last thing we need. Oh, I need to fix this. There we go. There we are. Lucas, can you fix your shirt for me, big man? Oh, we got a couple people in here already. Mom's out of town today. She's out. She's actually going up to Cincinnati to see Benson Boone. Which I'm, I'm just here to provide respite. I have really no comment on that. But we're gonna try to go live again. Probably gonna try to spend a little bit more time today, depending on his temperament, how much he is in the mood for. Probably a good, I don't know. My goal is at least a half an hour. He's been kind of slow to wake up today. Lucas, are you shopping?
Yes.
So really the goal, at least for this ritual, will be to get him a couple tapes that we can find as cheaply as possible. What some people charge for classic tapes on eBay is absolutely ludicrous. It's funny, you waste like years consuming social media and then you can't even like interact with it at a coherent level. I've never felt dumber in my life. So if you're coming from the special books for special kids channel and you had that initial exposure to us, so we're located, we're in Kentucky, I don't know if you can tell by the teeth or the feet, but we're here. We're in Eastern Kentucky. Look, dude. All right, like 20 people.
Yes.
And our TikTok got to 5,000. I'm having a lot of really mixed results with trying to use TikTok Studio. Again, like I said. Like WWE. Yeah. Can you like fix your posture, please? The boys do. Nicholas is a big fan. Here, big man. You want your blanket? That's probably a little bit better. I've just been trying to do as much research as I can on what's actually going to work here. Again, like today, we're just going to be hanging out. Oh yeah, no, we're not. Nothing on the local level. In a different world, Nick and Luke are putting the big show out of business, or like we saw in the other video, and I don't have very good perspective shots
Good.
of both of us. What do you got here, big man?
Good.
Now, see, I don't know if we can do this one, man. See, they find these tapes. Can I show? Can I show?
Yes.
Please?
Yes.
Here, can I see it? So, like, here's an example, right? I'm just going to show him. He wants this Ren and Stimpy tape, which, some of those are fairly coveted. But this one is coming with a plush, and I don't know if that was like originally shipped with it. Let's see if you can kind of see. And he'll do this. He'll look for tapes and just ask us for them. I don't know if we can do this one, Luke. Can you find another one? It's $30, man. Can you find another Ren and Stimpy tape? Please?
Yes.
Keep looking. Yeah. Oh, I see. Mom made an offer on this at some point. And the thing you'll see a lot too, especially on eBay, is people shrink wrap stuff. I think someone just asked a question about, repros. But people shrink wrap stuff and pass it off as if it's brand new. And try to charge top dollar for it. We've done it so much that you can kind of tell, honestly. Let's see, Lucas, look. And I still don't know his logic because they will find specific ones. Do you want this one because it has the plush? And they turn down your offer. Can you find another one? Danny is, they're next door right now. They'll actually be back here really shortly. They ran to town. But the baby's good. Yeah, I had an eBay store for a little while and sold most of my collection. And we got some, if you haven't already picked up on it, we're pretty inundated with like anything retro, 90s. I had a year ago. Lucas is still mad at me. You remember? You want to talk about Kirby's Dream Land 3? You remember that? Yeah. So I had a copy of Kirby's Dream Land 3 that was still in the box. Had the manuals and all the inserts, and I sold that on eBay. I had a copy of Final Fantasy 3 in the box with the inserts with the mat that I sold on eBay. I've sold some pretty like radioactive stuff, yeah. And their collection just isn't what it used to be. People have they've been stolen from. I'm not gonna lie. We've had some pretty holy grail tier collections. Like, frankly, if I still had it or if we still had it, I can't imagine what the dollar amount would be. I can probably go summon a box downstairs right now if I really wanted to that would be absolutely full of Super Nintendo consoles. I mean, we've got every generation of those. You name it, we have had it, and it's gone now, or it's in storage. And that's again just like 30 years of collecting. I'm not even facing the camera. See, he keeps leaning in on me.
Good.
What do you got? So this is another thing that's been going on too. So he really wants Sonic the Hedgehog, like the DIC, the Sonic the Hedgehog series. All right, we're gonna have to talk to Mom, okay? we try to keep them to. I mean, there's no infinite amount of money, right? You want one?
One.
Or do you want two?
Two.
Well, that one's expensive. Can you find another one, please? Nicholas is with Chris today. He's in Jamestown, so Jamestown has an arcade that he likes to go to, and Jamestown can be kind of his default, kind of a default thing, especially when we're trying to fill a day. So Chris is with him. This is another weekend where Mom is out of town, so it's they're gonna get their way this weekend. When she's gone, they tend to have the run of the place. I mean, they have the run of the place every day, but Nicholas will probably be high anxiety tonight, especially when he gets home. Like, he'll just repeat forever. He'll ask about Mom, make sure she's coming back tomorrow. But I'm just trying to grow this, and I'm trying not to do it in like non-authentic way, because again, like I personally am not really on TikTok all that much. I don't have an account. I pretty much just rely on my social circle to send clips from TikTok. But I have seen, some of the other, advocates, disability families and things on TikTok, and that is such a huge range of content. Like, some people will throw anything up there, and like, I understand, like, I get it. Most people see it as like a means to an end. Or what do you got? So this one, we got Muppet sing-alongs. It's not easy being green. So if you guys remember from the 90s, like all of the like singing, basically the animated music video trend on reproduced VHS tapes that would become very popular on YouTube. Those sing-along tapes I've heard hundreds of thousands of hours of them. I know I have. This one's not too bad. This is $11.99. You want to get this one?
Yes.
Now, see, I don't understand. I still, to this day, I can typically spot a trend. Like, I think we posted a short the other day about it. Yeah, they love the Land Before Time. Yeah, that's like, we have shirts. Land Before Time's like a huge thing. If you guys remember the Pizza Hut commercial, where with the hand puppets, there's his room. I think he's got 2 or 3 of them in there right now. Do you want this one?
Yes.
He's getting pissed at me. All right, let's add this to the cart. What is this shipping on this one? It's $4.39. That's not too bad. Now, if we do these today, you can't do them tomorrow on a Sunday. Okay?
Today.
Yeah, we'll do it today. Where's your other one? Where's Tailspin? Oh, did you sign out? So I'm going to try to respond to some of these questions. So some of the rarest tapes, like at this point, I mean, most of it's produced. So I would say probably, most of it's like mass produced, like mainstream stuff. Like, they're not like media hunters. This isn't like you have some people who look for specifically rare tapes, right? Or like they try to find like a super limited run of something. That's not really what they do. It's more or less evolved around like certain productions. Like here's a deep cut for some of you. There was a series called Rude Dog. I think it was produced by Deke as well. Like, so there's a trend with that. Like, if we're anywhere like in a Goodwill or like a thrift store that has those Deke tapes, it doesn't really matter what it is. And in my personal theory, I think a lot of it has to do with the studio cards at the beginning, and then like there's usually like some sort of audio cue there, and then they will repeat that. They'll play that section of the tape like back to back. And I mean, obviously, there's some sort of audio stem there or something they're getting out of it. But with Luke here versus Nicholas, the majority of it is music. Uh, so like the sing along tapes, those are always big hit. That's a big hit. So like right now, like in his cart, I think a lot of people were pointing out like he was asking for Batman the Animated Series and The Tick with Chris Ulmer, and The Tick is another like deep cut. But those, I think each of those, he'll listen to the clips on YouTube. Like he'll find the clip and then he'll be playing it for like a week or two, and then he'll want to buy the tape. So I think I've actually been hearing him listening to It's Not Easy Being Green lately. Are you not going to put Tailspin in here?
Yes.
Well, do you want to add it to your cart? See, it signed you out again. Here, I gotta get him signed in. 1 second. So like he asked like what they like to eat. So they're super picky. I mean, obviously, like not even wading into the conversation, surrounding food, but they have a pretty selective list of things that they'll actually eat. Big time, it's pizza. You could probably roll the dice on any given day and expect pizza to be served here. All right, so you got these two, right? It's $25.
Yes.
You want any more?
Yes.
Can you find any cheap ones?
Yes.
Tailspin's $5. That's a really good price. Can you find another one?
Yes.
All right. Mac and cheese with hot dogs. He will eat. So mac and cheese isn't the safe response to that. That would be more Velveeta shells and cheese. So yeah, he does consume mac and cheese, but not like the spectrum of mac and cheese. Mom's giving me a call. I don't really want to pause, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer her call. All right. See, so like Chris is gonna do me a huge favor today. Like typically I would try to take Lucas. Lucas would be out. We actually have a storm rolling through here right now. If it clears up, I'm gonna try to get him in the pool, just to get him moving a little bit today. Which is always in the summer. In the summer, that's the easiest way to get them mobile. Because if I let him, he'll just chill here with me all day long, and you can't let him do that. And I'm struggling to fill gaps as well. Like this is a lot. We got a couple people here hanging out, but like I mentioned in the past live, you know, you spend the majority of your life trying to protect people, and then suddenly you have like I think Chris's videos up to like 685,000 views the last time I checked. So, I mean, we're here now. Like it's fine. Gonna have to learn to manage, and I think there's a pretty good opportunity here for the boys and for my mom. Yeah, they play video games a lot. Nicholas is probably more on the gamer side. Just now, like as they've gotten older, so it used to be that like their interests were like there was a if there was a Venn diagram, they would basically have overlapped completely. But as they've aged, Lucas has really stayed more in the realm of Disney or tapes, just in general. He's much more of like the streaming, like not streaming, but like his animated media. He loves films, but I mean, and as like some of you can probably tell, Lucas does come off as a little bit more affected than Nicholas. While they are identical twins, vastly different in just their behavior and personalities, of course. But Lucas is more on the.
Good.
What do you got, big man?
Good.
See, this one's like again. This is like $16, dude. These Sonic tapes are like pretty. See, I don't understand it, and it's the this is the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, yeah. So this is the like acid trip one, which represent. I'm a big fan of the original Sonic series. That first version of Robotnik is pretty timeless. Yeah. See, this is another DIC Toontime video. So like lately he's been on a big kick with that with Deke. No, we don't have a pool. We used to. In the house that we lost in 2013, we had an in-ground pool. Yeah. But now my uncle is kind enough to he lets us up there he lets us have the run of the place. Basically, we could just go. Yes. Can you try to find another one? Can you find one that's like $6 or $7?
Yes.
Maybe we can ask Mom for this. I should have asked her about your eBay budget.
Yes.
All right. Maybe not this one.
Yes.
Why do you keep signing out, dude? Okay, do you want... Let's go back. Let's do a trade here. Yeah, they love Sonic. So hold up. Let's work this out. Okay, so you can either do the Muppet sing-alongs or you can do Sonic. I
T
T
S
S
yeah
N
O
O
T
T
E
E
A
S
S
S.
Y.
It's not easy being green.
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Would you rather have that than Sonic?
Yes.
Okay, so you want Muppet sing-alongs, and then you want Disney's Tailspin.
2.
You can get 2. That's right. You want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy this one for you. Wow, Lucas, your eBay is a mess. Here we go. Sorry, chat. He's in charge. Here. Is that it? You want those 2?
2.
You want 2.
2.
You want Tailspin and Muppet Sing-Along?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, as kids, I'm not really sure how to respond to that, just because our relationship as siblings, as kids, was pretty good. Like they played. Me and Nicholas actually, from outside looking in, was a really sort of typical. It looked like a typical relationship. Like he would play, he would wrestle. If I had friends over, he wanted to be included. I mean, of course they all would, but Lucas has always been sort of. He's in his own. He does not mind if his whole world was Mom and him. He wouldn't miss a thing. And again, that's just the nature of the individual, right? Like Lucas has like his own bubble, and he stays in it. Nicholas is actually the one that's a lot more outgoing. Nick's a bit of a diva. All right, so I'm gonna have to use my PayPal, I think. You know what? We can maybe do Google Pay. All right. Oh God. See, I never used this device, so none of my stuff is on here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, big dog. Um. Yeah, he probably does. Now, see, that would be a question I would ask Nicholas for sure. He would know. Um. I mean, you can see. I'm gonna show you guys just over here. I mean, that's just his recent shelf, and there's probably God. I mean, you can see there's like the entire run of Sailor Moon is on there. Um, Nicholas found that at a Goodwill recently, and couldn't leave without the whole set. Here, come on. You want me to get this paid for?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a problem if I don't get this paid for. That's just one bookcase, by the way. And again, like these tapes take up so much space. There was a place here called Video Palace. You know, a remnant of the old world, right? And when they went out of business, you know, the boys, first of all, just devastated. And then we went, and like, you know, every day there's like less and less tapes. And you go, and they were like, okay, this is the last day. And the owner was kind enough to basically, I think, give us pretty much all the stock they had left. So downstairs, I have I don't know, rotting remains of a local video store. I mean, they had to have the storefront, the sign, you name it. And you know, I don't know if they wanted it just to have it, but that you probably I'll probably actually start doing content in the basement. I got to figure out the Wi-Fi situation, because there's a room down there that used to be their living space. It's basically partial. It's a finished basement, but when they were constructing this, and when I say they, I mean the family. You know, we lost that house. We were basically rug pulled. You know, I don't know how else to phrase it, and that is going to be its own story. Lucas mourned that house for years, and still to this day, if mom like starts clean, and I don't want to say just cleaning because that's not accurate, but like if he starts seeing furniture get moved, or mom is helping me, you know, we have to move a couch, or you know, something like that. You're ready, aren't you? Then he'll start saying the old address. He'll start repeating it and get very upset. It's a full on. It's a problem. So he'll never quite be over. He will always carry that wound forever. And he can articulate it. You know, and that was our childhood home. We grew up there, and it's like a mile in that direction. I mean, we can't even, when we go home, like when we come into where we live, you know, there's a opportunity to make a left or a right to go into this neighborhood. And if you take a right, then you can continue down that road, and you will eventually end up at our old neighborhood. If he's in the car, that stretch of road, you can't do it. He'll have an immediate reaction. Like if you want to ruin his day, then, because to him that's the way home. So you take the other way to get in now. I've got to get him checked out. You wouldn't believe I was an IT guy by how much I struggle with this. Here, let's just do Google Pay. I'll just buy it. Are you getting aggravated with me, Lucas? Lucas, can you say hi?
Hi.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
All right, thank you. Can you not be such a grump? And like I mean, you could probably already tell. Like I interact with him on a level as well. Like, a lot of people, mom interacts from a certain level, and people outside of the family, kind of with kids' gloves. I don't know, but they are, like with me, like, I treat him like I would almost anybody else, and he takes direction. He knows exactly what you're saying. I can't remember my password, dude. But yeah, I mean the reaction to the video last week is pretty crazy. I'm hoping I can do something with this. So eBay is like, I mean, yeah, they can find specifically like what they're after. And in this day and age, oh, man, you're really gonna do me like that, Google? In this day and age, though, like the places to get tapes are, drying up. I mean, it used to be you could go to Goodwill, you could go to, I mean, any thrift store. Even like collectible places would have them, but like someone mentioned in the chat earlier, like we're kind of swinging back the other way, and some people just want to own these things even if they don't work, like just like the case for the cart, or the sleeve, I think is the appropriate term. All right, so I've got to figure out what my CVV is, dude. Oh, I remembered it. Let's see, you guys are gonna see, like when I buy this, we're gonna have to go. All right, we just bought it. So now that this is bought, now that this is purchased, he's gonna want me to go put this on his calendar. All right, so where's the shipping, right? So there you go. We just bought it. It's about Muppet sing-alongs. It's not easy being green. And Disney's Tailspin, Jackpots, and Crackpots.
Yes.
There you go. There's your eBay.
Yes.
Okay. Be in. Yeah, see, then calendar. Just immediately. You want to go put it on the calendar?
Yes.
Okay, we will here in a minute. Can we finish this up? We got like 25 more minutes, dude.
Yes.
Okay. Here.
Yes.
Let's bring this back up over here.
Yes.
Yeah, but eBay, yeah. So to answer your question, it's pretty much anywhere you can still find them anymore. Lucas, can you say hi?
Hi.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to fix this a little bit. Yeah, he's a sourpuss today. Kind of had a hard time waking him up. But yeah, I mean, again, like Nicholas, they buy horror stuff. They'll go to any video or any movie that comes out. They patrons of the arts. we'll just put it that way. Big. I mean, and obscure stuff too. Like I'm sitting over here. You can't see it, but I'm looking at every VHS tape of Monster Rancher. Right. So. I mean, it's all of them. I would say probably the one that comes up the most. And Nicholas has a Funko Pop collection, which I'm not gonna I'm not gonna disparage anybody that collects Funkos. I've got a couple myself, right? But you gotta you gotta just like pick the one. Um, Nicholas's Funko started with a Jason. It was a Jason figure.
Kagito.
You want to go put it on your calendar?
Yes.
You want to do it right now, or do you want to wait?
Now.
Okay. Can you give me just a few more minutes?
Yes.
Okay. What did you buy today?
T.
Can you say it? Do you want to use your device? Now, see, this is like he'll do it natural with me. Yeah, I am trying to be the one who does the social media, and mostly it's just because my mom doesn't have time. I mean, she does, but you know, it's just not going to come natively to a 63-year-old. And like I really have no excuse. Again, like I'm in my 30s and I'm supposed to be an IT guy. Is it dead?
Rabbit.
Is the battery dead?
Rabbit.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, sure. No, it's not. It's not dead. Can you use that for me? Can you spell out what you bought today? So he'll like, you know, we try to like he doesn't really need to go through the song and dance with me, especially trying to, you know, tell me what it is he wants or enunciate. But you know, that they can do that with anybody. So it's easy for me to just to like plow through and like I understand what he's saying or trying to communicate, but you know, when you reinforce it in the home, if there's ever a situation where he needs to communicate with somebody that's not me or Danny, you know, he can do that. So that's like right now I'm not gonna make him, but you know.
Yes.
What? Can you pull it up? Do you know how to use this thing better than I do? Oh, here it is. There you go. That's it, big dog. Can you tell me what you bought today?
Maya.
Can you spell it out? So we probably have to. Yeah, so bands is a good one. Weird Al, probably not shocking to anybody orbiting the disability community or autism awareness. Huge fans of Weird Al, giant fans of Weird Al. I have been subjected to CIA torture levels of Weird Al, and I'm a fan. I do not that is not anything negative toward the master himself. We are the meme. I got psyoped. You know, I was born in '90, so like I experienced in real time hearing songs that were
Yes.
covers and not realizing that Weird Al didn't come up with "Beat It," right? Or you know, what do you got? Oh, is it? It's quiet here. That was quick, dude. I'm pretty sure. Listen, I don't know who Weird Al works for, anyone other than himself. But yeah, no, there's actually a concert coming up in September that I'm not sure where. Mom has told me, but they are begging to go see Weird Al later this year. And the last one that they went to, which I didn't get to go to, his concerts are super. At least that experience, very great for our experience was amazing. You know, the disability seating was plentiful and super accessible. As you can imagine, getting them in and out of places can sometimes be kind of a challenge. All right. Lucas, this is why I don't use Apple products. Here we go. So here's basically what he just hammered out for me. Can you play this for me?
Mail to movies. It's not easy being green. Jackpots, crackpots.
So essentially just the titles. Mail 2 movies. It's not easy being green. Jackpots, crackpots. Yeah, that's a pretty solid guess. We're in Kentucky. Yeah, we straddle eastern Kentucky. Yeah. So I don't know. You want to call it the Midwest? You can call it. Some people call it the South. Really, all depends. I think on who you're talking to at any given moment. Mama, if you guys came from the special books for special kids video, Mama and Papa were huge, big hits. She's from Louisiana, so what's wrong? What's the matter? Okay, what?
Mail 2 movies. It's not easy being green. Jackpots, crackpots.
Yeah, you got 2 movies. It's not easy being green, and Tailspin, jackpots, crackpots. Okay.
Pierda.
Oh, you want to go do pen?
Yes.
Yeah, we got just a few more minutes, man. Can you hang out with me until then? And then maybe we'll go see what Danny's doing?
Yes.
So, I'm just trying to quantify sort of, this, it occurred to me the other day too. People are tuning in this far in, 29, they got 29 minutes from Chris, but, there's a lot to this. And it's kind of hard to determine where to start. Where do you, how much is too much, too soon? More people are going to have questions about like their individual needs. But you want to add something to it? You're going to clear it out? Yeah, you can take it off. You want to plug it into the battery? So right now I'm just like gonna try to figure out how to grow this. What's that?
B O up.
Show me.
B
B
O
O
O
O
B
B
O
L.
B.
Okay, you lost me.
Hey.
Hey. What?
B
V
O
O
L.
L. Oh, volume. Okay, you want me to take the volume down? All right. So I mean, it's not even really like Mickey Mouse, right? It's just Disney in general. So the volume's off. It's off. It's off. So it's just Disney in general. It's all of Disney. It's the Little Mermaid. Lucas is a huge fan of the Little Mermaid. That's
Yes.
what. You want me to plug it in? Okay. You okay?
Okay.
You're looking kind of upset. I gotta plug this in. Here, I'll put it right there. So this program specifically is TD Snap. Unfortunately, I'm going to be honest. I was not, during when they acquired the tablets. I know it was provided for them. Like Mom would be able to answer that probably a little bit more, articulate than I could. Just because I don't have specifics. But he uses it, man. This is, it's funny. I remember in the 90s, I remember 25, 30 years ago when those original text-to-speech or image-to-speech tablets came out, and they were just like these huge plastic injection molded grids. That you had to clear out the photos, if you wanted, for example, here's a couple one, it shows home. I know that's reversed, but it'll show an image body, the word will correspond to it. See, it's crazy. We're talking about Weird Al because it says right here, you can't see it, but it says music, and I can see Weird Al's face, because he talks about Weird Al so much. So, if anybody wants to tag Weird Al for us, that'd be great. Because my understanding is that he does fantastic outreach for people. And we've got quite a bit of Weird Al merch. All right, dude. I think we're done with this one. Let me get him in frame. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, literally. Yeah, he's well, I mean, we're going to see him in September anyway. So, but I mean, Lucas, you're a big fan of Albuquerque, aren't you? Is that your favorite Weird Al song?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the Mickey Mouse thing was really more or less just a back and forth with Chris on the video. I think Chris was just doing his thing, conversing with him. And it was kind of crazy to see that play out as well. The back and forth was pretty funny, and then Nicholas weighed in. If anybody here who has seen that video too, Nicholas had really high anxiety that day. We didn't think that was going to go super well. He was kind of borderline. He had that sour look on his face the whole time. I'm just going to be honest. He was not happy. And I know there's a ton of people that would be ecstatic to see Chris pull up in their driveway, but Nick was not. His day was being interfered with. So I'm just trying to decide what the next best steps are. It seems like all the attention right now is YouTube. I'm getting some kind of weird play on this.
By full.
Okay. All right. You don't have to announce it, big dog. Here, you want to get up? All right. Go on. Get up. Do you need any help? So, he's going to go to the bathroom. But yeah, I mean, again, like, I know everybody has questions. I think right now the best value that we can provide, at least, is giving them, trying to answer those in a cohesive way. I want to put up just a video of like my big ugly mug just kind of weighing in, like something that's an actual video, not like a post live clip. But it's a lot. It's hard. This is hard, dude. This is brutal. It's brutal. I'm getting a call. Hey, I'm gonna answer this. We're back. So Danny will be here shortly. There was one of the things I took away from the video too is that I think, a lot of people. I think I just heard him. Well, Lucas, Mama's not here. I might have to cut this short. I might have to go help him. But a lot of people, I've had a handful of people just reach out to me specifically, and like, I'm gonna be frank, I don't like consider myself an authority on any of this. My perspective is basically just centered around the boys, and I know they're older, and I know that you don't want to infantilize individuals with autism. We have always affectionately referred to them collectively as the boys. It's not really going to change anytime soon. So I hate to break it to you. But, he probably has. Sesame Street, oddly enough, out of all the stuff that you would think that would be like prevalent, they kind of grew away from it. Lucas is still, I mean, Nicholas for sure doesn't center around Sesame Street like he used to. But Lucas for sure is diehard Jim Henson fan. Jim Henson, again, another household name for us is the fine people at Jim Henson Studios. Yeah, he's asking for help, so I've got to go. Here, give me 1 second. I've got to go deal with this. All right, one moment. I'll be right back. This is just you asking for help. Here, come on. Nope. There you go. All right, can you sit on that for a minute? Just wait. Just wait. Okay, so not a sponsor. Other people with disabled individuals will probably understand where I'm coming from. Bidets are the greatest thing to ever go mainstream in this country. I'm just going to leave it at that. So. But anybody that like comes across the channel or just like sees what we're doing here, I would very much appreciate a sub and a follow. Gonna try to like find some consistency or a cadence to get things up. Yeah, I remember Wishbone. I'm pretty sure we have probably a couple tapes of it floating around, but again, that's another one of those ones that I'm sure for other people, huge fans. I remember it, but for them, I don't think that's a common one with us. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Rom. I'm really touched by all that, the outpouring of support too. There's a lot of, I had mentioned this the other day. Like I have newspaper clippings from the '90s. First autistic twins in Kentucky. All that stuff. There's a lot. And I've told Mom this for years, really essentially since I moved back home, that her story has always been worth committing to at least paper. But I'm starting to think now that like a documentary of some kind would probably do well. But I struggle with like finding the perspective. And I think for a lot of people outside looking in, it's probably obvious, right? Like it's just the boys. But for me, it's really more about Mom. Like, yeah, so he wants to go to, so I think he has somewhere figured out in Vegas. He has been talking about going to Las Vegas for a long time. I don't want to go too deep into this. Like a year, about around the time my daughter was born, there was an incredibly, I don't want to say negative, but that was a super hard time for me. Primarily because, I mean, I don't know how else you phrase it, but essentially a few days before my daughter was born, on Nanny was 37 weeks, she was hit by a drunk driver and totaled the car. And there was just some time there where you don't, I mean, 37-week pregnant woman getting hit by a car, you expect the worst. So, that was a lot. And I'm not sure where I was going with that. Oh yeah. So ever since, that was a profound experience for me, right? Like not too many people are really ever going to be faced with the horror of climbing into an ambulance with your pregnant wife, not knowing if your child was still alive or not. And like since then, my attitude towards a lot of stuff has changed pretty dramatically. I I have been trying to come up with a way to get Nicholas to Vegas. And the reality is, it's just that, like, me and Danny have been to Vegas a few times. Danny's parents are actually relative to Las Vegas. They live within a couple hours. So like, when we have visited, and we can't go as frequently as we can, as we would like to. But the reality of getting him on a plane. Here, he's asking me for help, so give me 1 second. All right, here, you're almost done. Lean forward. Nope. We're gonna do one more cycle, okay? So, I've been trying to devise a way to get him to Las Vegas. The reality is that I think driving is probably the best way to do it. I mean, I know, again, like, you just got to think of the costs, like getting them on a flight and with their needs. I'm sure it's doable. Like, I'm sure people are going to come in and be like, you have an unrealistic view of travel. And like, for me, it's just their experience. Like, I also, mom's getting older, and, the opportunity to kind of take them across the country again. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, like with the crowdfunding thing, like I just struggle with it because I don't want to ask for, something with like nothing. And I guess it's just my mentality, it's hard to, we're just trying to do our best here. Like, I'm not trying to, put ourselves on a pedestal or like think we're, entitled in some way. Like, I struggle intensely with that. And I know a lot of people would like want to. And the reality is that probably once the audience is a certain point, I'll walk all this back, because if I can get him out there, I will. But I legitimately think that, getting like a Sprinter van, like something I could drive, to get them out there. Because what's crazy is that, like, I'm actually really fortunate, like in my current job, to have, the fabled unlimited PTO or whatever you want to call it. Like, I have that opportunity built in. Like, I could do the work and prepare to take like a couple weeks off in the off season and get out there, which is preferable to get them anywhere in the off season. Because like with Vegas, like the arcades, like that's really what the draw would be. We used to go to, probably anybody may or may not be familiar with, like Tunica, Mississippi, right? There's arcades there that they still talk about. I haven't checked in on Tunica in like the modern era, so like I don't know how they're doing. But yeah, he's been talking about Vegas for a long time. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to, again, like I said, I'm more interested in like turning this into something sustainable because like a lot of people have commented they see like the grandparents, and like I'm gonna be honest with you, when they're gone, I really don't know what that looks like. I don't think anybody does. So and there are tons of other families who have this same reality that they wake up to every day. When my daughter was born, just like I'm older now than mom was when she was having us. And I now can sort of even kind of relate to the devastation of their diagnoses. You know, like she told me one time, like, and especially down here in Kentucky, like we had doctors telling her that they were just going to sit in a corner and rock all, just that was her image. And that was the kind of language that was being used 30 years ago. It's just nightmarish. And, hey, no, you're good. You're fine. Yeah, you're good. This is Danny. She's coming in. I hate to like drop this on you immediately. He's been on the bidet for a few minutes. We just need to wrap that up.
Okay. Mom. Yeah. Oh yeah, the kitty's in there. Oh.
That's a good question. She can come here.
Okay.
She can. I mean, if you don't want her to be on
she's
camera,
fine.
if you don't want to expose her to the world. Hey, who's that?
Nick.
Well, you say Nick?
It's not Nick.
That's not Nick.
Daddy.
That's me.
Mom.
That's Mama.
Hey, Mama.
Yeah. So she it wasn't like I didn't understand, like, if anybody's asking this question for, like, they have a child and they have siblings that have a diagnosis. What, you want Mama? I kind of, when you grow up in that, you want to go walk? You want to walk? When you grow up in that, oh, the kitty, she's saying meow. You understand that they're different. And also, I'm going to be real too. People make sure like your peers or your teachers, like, walk? You want to walk? All right, I think we're going to have to call this one short. I'm almost done. Oh, that's fine. He's good. I can probably got another 15 minutes in me. But no, it's not really. We're always different. I mean, they're to put it in the language that I think a child would understand is that they're different. And for me, like my experience, I remember being hyper aware of when people were. What's wrong? Being hyper aware when people were being derogative toward them.
Nick.
That's Luke.
That's Lucas.
That's Lucas. Can you say Uncle Luke? Can you say Uncle?
Uncle.
Yes, good girl. That's a good girl.
Mom. Meow, yeah.
Yeah, meow. Is that mangy old cat?
Come help me make it bed. It's okay, you're done.
No, you're fine. You're not interrupting. I mean, this is it now. We're gonna.
Here's your coffee.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks for that.
Two movies.
Lucas is great. Are you talking about when she was born, like the reality of it, or just how they are with her on a day-to-day? Because they visited in the hospital when she was born, and Lucas is great with kids, and especially like the whole uncle thing. I posted something on the Facebook the other day of them sharing his lunch. He's at my house pretty frequently, as you can imagine, and it's crazy how she interacts with him. Lucas is fine. He smiles at her and they talk to her. Nicholas has a problem with anybody that will take his mother's attention from him. And I say that jokingly, but also it's real. Like he has suddenly met a force that his mother will bend to that isn't him. And it's her granddaughter. So he'll get over it. He'll be fine. I mean, I mean, you explained it to them, and like, I'm pretty sure they knew. I mean, like, you know, they learn through their experiences, like on film and stuff. Like, you know, can I say 100%? Do I know if they like truly understand the process of pregnancy? I don't know, right? But you know, they were talking about, you know, baby before she was here.
Do you remember how Nick was like really into the ultrasound photos every time I had an appointment?
See, that's something I had like forgotten, you know. So
Every time I had an appointment, he would remember.
Danny just said that basically, like, anytime we had ultrasounds or you know, photos from the ultrasounds, Nicholas was like super fixated on that. And again, I'm thinking that he understands that, you know, there's a life being created. So yeah, there's the cat. I mean, she's around him. She's around him all the time. I mean, about as frequently as we are. I mean, me and Danny are over here in some capacity. No exaggeration, every day.
You are so right. That is Smokey the Bear.
They tolerate dogs. They're kind of afraid of them. So it's both. It's like I have dogs, and when I first moved back here and lived here in the finished basement, we had a dog, and everybody had to adjust to having a dog in the house. But they liked her, and they warmed up to her. They like my dog, like, so they will like a dog they have the opportunity to sort of warm up to. And but like a strange dog that doesn't respect boundaries. Like, we had a neighbor who had a dog for a while that was, you know, I'm a dog guy. I don't like, it takes a lot for me to go, that's an aggressive dog, right? But which I'm not saying this dog was at all, but you know, he's just, you know, just confident he would go around.
Turtle? That's a turtle.
I don't. I mean, Chris was an angel. I mean, everything, all the positive feedback about him is just 100% accurate. So I mean, there's not much really else to add. I mean, you kind of see like what we got. It was a fantastic experience. He's an absolute professional every step of the way. I have nothing negative to say. You can really like, and then especially in this community too, you know, that experience just rolls off of people. You know what I mean? Like, you see, like, game respect game, you like see it, right? So, you know, you can usually tell pretty quickly when someone has not been exposed to the breadth of disability. And, you know, honestly, I'm going to be 100% like, I had seen some of his content, and I've actually watched more of his content since. And there were some of his videos that I gotta say had a fairly profound effect. Just watching it. So, you know, it's like, we've been doing this for so long, and we're like in the trenches, but it's basically isolated to this level of disability, right? Like the profound autistic, and all the things that come with that. He steps out of that arena every day. So I'm not even going to try to draw a comparison there. I remember when Mom was telling me that he had reached out, how excited she was. And, you know, I didn't really know what to think. When I saw how big the channel was, I was like, oh God.
We're going to go to the pool.
And you want to take him? Is it maybe we can take him to the pool? Yeah, okay. So
do you want to come with him later?
Well, that's what I'd say. I can come now. I'm going to wrap this up.
Okay.
We've been doing this for like an hour now.
Just come when you're done, because I got to get her changed anyway.
Okay, you going to the house?
I've already been. I have your trunks.
Okay.
All right. Lucas, we'll see you in a few minutes. We're gonna
So I'm probably going to wrap this up in like 10 more minutes or so. So if anybody has any like last minute questions, or, you know, wants to ask me anything, that's fine. I'm going to try to do this again with some level of frequency. So like, I just would appreciate any sort of sharing or, subbing or just getting the word out there. I'm trying to actually, I'm shameless at this point because, like, in my mind, like, the genie's out of the bottle, right? Like, so now I have to really lean into this for this to be worth anything. There's a couple channels out there that I've reached out to directly. There's one in particular that I really hope reaches out. I'm a huge fan of Soft White Underbelly. I've always thought Mom's Story is a natural fit for that channel because there's a lot of elements to our life too that I just don't really want to jump into right now. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. I like they do play video games. I don't want to just like throw us up on Twitch and be playing like nonsense, right? If the more I do this, the more you realize I'm kind of blunt about stuff. I just don't like to mince words. There are so many people out there, especially in this community, who will say all the right things, and then the moment they can, they'll cut your throat, or they will just abandon you completely. So believe it or not, in a house full of screens, like baby has just only recently, like we're pretty we're pretty. I don't want to say we police the screen time because like I think the mistake a lot of people make there is that they think that their child is going to progress in a world that somehow doesn't have screens in it. So we're way past that kind of philosophy. But that doesn't mean you just like give them an iPad. So we're pretty, even as like a tech guy, I'm pretty. We have a pretty strict like allowance over at the house, especially just in regards to her. But man, the stranglehold that Miss Apple has on my child, is crazy. But also the exposure to like when you work along with them. I mean, she knows like sign language. It's absolutely crazy. So I hope that kind of answers that a little bit. There's not a favorite movie yet. She's not really at the point. Like I'm not just putting her in front of movies. I'm gonna resist that as long as I can. Right now, she's only 17. She's only like 17 months. So, um, you know, everybody tells me she has a pretty big vocabulary for her age, though. Yeah, they really don't. They have their lanes. I would say for Lucas though, you could probably very comfortably say like Little Mermaid. It would probably be Little Mermaid. That or Lion King. I mean, they are products of their time, for sure. Luke, do you want to come back over here, dude? You want to come say bye to everybody?
Yes.
Come here. Can you come on? Thank you. Are you happy? Here, come sit down. Come sit down. There you go. See, he's got his Darth Vader shirt on today. Yeah, you guys would probably be blown away at the type of shirts, or just the sheer amount of matching shirts that they have. And like I don't know, especially with like I've seen what Mom go through and trying to get them their shirts. And most of them are custom. You know, Papa's in here. I'm just seeing. You need anything? You good?
Yeah,
Okay, you all right?
I just gotta get some parts for this thing here.
All right, you need some help?
Huh?
You need some help?
I just need to get the information here.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I mean, he has his muffs on, so they are very noise sensitive. Lucas, can you show your ears?
Hi.
Yeah, I know. Here, can you
Hi.
show? There you go. So, yeah, noise is an issue for sure.
Hi.
All right, that's it. That's all I wanted. Can you fix your ears? You gonna take them off? It's hard. Papa just comes and goes. All right, man. You want to go to the pool? You want to go swim? Or do you want to stay home?
Let's go home.
You want to stay home?
Let's go home.
We gotta go swim, dude. I gotta get you moving at least 30 minutes today. Well, we've got two. We've got the red couch from the interview, which is perpendicular to where I'm sitting now. And then we have this big leather couch. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know how I would capture some of the games Nicholas plays right now. He has a Super Nintendo Classic that I bought him, and there's like some third party software you can throw up on those things, to get more than the original 20 games it ships with. So that would probably be.
Let's go home. Bye.
You want to stay home?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Nicholas has a lot of anxiety. I don't know if I would say it was more affectionate. He's more. They both have different extremes, so it's kind of hard to quantify that. But I mean, in terms of independence, like, I don't know. It's hard. I'm gonna have to think on that one. Hi, Hado. I remember your email. Yeah. Yeah, and another thing too, I was trying to explain Mom, and this is like a headline that's been going around, and I maybe in a bit of frustration was looking forward to the reality, but like all those tapes have a shelf life on them. Like we're gonna wake up really soon to a world where the VHS tapes aren't gonna work. I couldn't. So in terms of VCRs, right now, in terms of working VCRs, they've got like one each. We replace them when we have to at this point. Was not something that we really stocked up on. I'm sure there's probably one or two floating around downstairs, but in my experience here, every time I dig something out and I think it's going to work, it doesn't. So I would not confidently say we have any backup VCRs. But people on eBay are usually pretty gracious about VCRs. This was really weird. This is probably an inaccurate generalization, but people who like sell the console or like the equipment, we've had Nick and Luke buy stuff and we've reached out and we're like, hey, the disabled individual bought this. If it doesn't work, we're not going to be mad, but it has to work. And like 9 out of 10 times people will usually be pretty understanding. I did get a PO box. I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. I think like some unboxing content would probably be a pretty good way to sort of kick this off. But also like, I was kind of talking about this earlier. They like don't need stuff. They more stuff isn't like the goal here, right? So I don't want to just like turn it down.
Go home.
See, now he's like telling me he wants to stay
Go
home.
home.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do something, man. It kills me because I think his teeth are whiter than mine. So Nicholas, I do want to say one thing. Not that I'm like obsessing over comments. One of Nicholas's teeth is pretty dark, and it's not due to decay. It's a dead. It was injured, and we actually had a cap on it at one point, and it was bothering him. So it is what it is, man. You got to pick your battles. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. If anybody wants to get Nicholas Cosmetic Dentistry, hey man, the email's on the channel. I don't know what else to say because it's not due to like decay or infection. So yeah, so like Nicholas will buy really weird VHS. I the Elvis ones. He Nicholas will buy stuff, and I'm pretty sure at this point, like unless it's like something they like obviously, right? Like, you know, Sailor Moon or like whatever, you know, Disney, that they're actually watching for the content. Nicholas will buy stuff, and I'm convinced it's for the studio cards, like the production, like the things in between, like whatever you're watching. Like I'm like he bought like this whole John Wayne collection, you know, and like I mean, thank God, because some of that stuff is just like pennies on the dollar. It's not even worth the plastic it's made out of. You know, there we were, and they went to the Great Escape in Bowling Green like before last Christmas, and like you know how a lot of these resale shops are like. You know, the last time I encountered a copy of Chrono Trigger in the wild, you know, the money they're asking for is just absolutely ludicrous. And not that Chrono Trigger isn't worth that now, but it's hard for me to go back. I remember being a teenager and arguing with him over a copy of Chrono Trigger that was like $130, and like now I know it's way more than that. The amount of the copies of Earthbound that we have gone through that aren't here or for whatever reason, I'm not sure, like, you know, but like Earthbound is like what, 600 plus, 650 plus. So if you only knew back then, we would have just bought it and kept it. But we were in Great Escape a few weeks ago, and you know, they had like a whole box of Doctor Who tapes, and like, you know, maybe I could resell them eventually. I mean, I'm looking at them right now on his shelf. But you know, some stuff is just like artificially inflated because it's in the zeitgeist, right? Like Doctor Who, I think, sort of in recent times. And again, I'm not going to diminish Doctor Who, but well, yeah, but it's old Doctor Who. That's the thing. It's like I totally understand modern Doctor Who, but like I do not know what he wanted those tapes for. And it's probably got something to do with the production company or whoever it was that brought it over here. See, now everybody's going to come out against me for talking about Doctor Who. So I've already failed at this. But I think that's pretty good. We did about an hour and a half today. Yeah. Let's not do that. You see my energy.
Let's go home.
Yeah, you want to stay home?
Yes.
I don't think we can, dude. We gotta go do something. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. I get it. And my best friend lives in Belfast, so I've caught a little bit of flack in the past for my Doctor Who comments. So I get it. I get it, dude. I'm trying to figure out why I'm having this.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. Did you do a good job? Have you done a good job today?
Yes.
Yeah, I would really like to actually go back to Belfast eventually. I don't know if that's in the cards, especially with the baby. All right, dude. I think that's enough. All right. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I know I only gave like an hour today. I'm still trying of notice. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this the right way. I was having a lot of technical issues with my gimbal last time. It seems to be working now, but now I don't know if I want to like keep it to Lucas's space, like the living room. As you can tell, it's high traffic. Like my mom, papa, hey, they're just gonna burst in like Kool-Aid Man's here. So I'm gonna try to convert the space downstairs. I think. And I'm not gonna lie, probably would shock a lot of people. It basically looks like a amateur podcast studio already. There's they cashed in on the arcade one up craze when it started, and again, not to disparage a very popular brand and admittedly a cool product. Those things are such consumers of space, and but there are a couple that come out and you're like, okay, I would actually play this. Like I think the one that Lucas had to have was the Simpsons one. So yeah, they live in the same house. I'm just gonna answer this question because I actually I like this one. We built on, and when I say we, I mean my grandparents. They built an apartment out here. This is where Lucas lives. This is his space. Nicholas lives in the main house. So they're together, but you have to understand there has to be some sort of separation eventually. They are around each other quite often. We have staff come in, like Nicholas is with Chris today. They have to be separated. Lucas tends to feed off of Nick. What's wrong, dude? You have just like this horrible expression. Are you tired?
Good.
You want some food?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he's not feeling. I don't think he's feeling it. Have I extended the limits of your patience today?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Well, unless we want to squeak it out, I'm gonna keep it till 6:30. We got like 4 more minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out the content thing. Like I said, people take it for granted and they talk like crazy, egotistical about how easy it is. But when it comes to the boys, again, you don't want to like take people's dignity away from them. And I have to continue to believe that this is going to be worth it eventually, because otherwise, frankly, our whole asses are out on the internet for everybody to see. So you can't go back. And like maybe it's like but like, and the numbers on Chris's video are just like crazy. So can you close your mouth? See, that's why I don't like telling him to close his mouth, because he does that. You want to sit up, or are you gonna stretch out? See, he's pushing me off the couch. He's tired. He's tired today. He has a sleep apnea mask that he uses, and I can always tell when I got him up today, it was off. So if I go in there in the mornings and the sleep apnea mask is off, he's gonna be sleepy. He's gonna be tired. It's a hard life, isn't it, dude? Yeah. But yeah, I want this to be. I'll never be able to like give back to mom, at this point, and like people can talk about the support or like the realities of it. But like, you can't eat likes. You can't eat goodwill. And again, like my mom, papa, and mom, when they're gone, I really don't know what that looks like. So I have to believe in some way that this is going to lead to that future landscape, because I'm at a point where, you know, my life is intertwined with them, but, you know, I work and I have, you know, Danny, and I have, you know, the baby. So like, change is hard. And, you know, this is mom's life's work. So it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I scratch my beer when I'm nervous. I'm beat up like page to page, and I can see every mistake I'm making. So, well, Lucas, I think we made it, dude. We made it 90 minutes, just over 90 minutes. Can you say bye?
Bye-bye.
Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Can you wave?
Maybe.
I'm gonna try. All right, I think we're done. All right, everybody. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow's Sunday. We're gonna be busy. Mom's out of town, so I'm probably gonna try to get a couple things up. We did get like Amazon affiliate, but I don't really know. I'm talking to the community. I'm trying to learn like what that looks like. If that's even like an appropriate path. You know, TikTok, we made it, thanks to you guys, we made it 5,000 viewers. So I can go live there, but I don't know what that looks like, because my understanding, talking to even a few people on TikTok, you know, like the traffic is there, but then it's the conversion rate. So if anybody sees this and wants to help or just offer any advice or has experience, then the inbox is on the channel. We're on Facebook. That's where we are. I'm going to focus on YouTube and Facebook right now. Mom's been on TikTok for a while. We had a couple of clips on there and do like 150,000 views. But I don't, admittedly, again, like I'm not really on TikTok. So I don't, like, that world is pretty alien to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm actually going to end it this time. I know I've said that like multiple times. Thanks, everybody. I hope you all have a really good day. And we'll be back. We're not going anywhere. Oh, God. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, chat.